What's good, YouTube? Y'all already know it's your boy. Them boy crazy. Y'all already know it's your boy Roy to Rob up in this motherfucker, man.
I already know what's going on, man. I know it's your boy Cam Official. Anytime you say I face, you know it's time for another reaction. Man.
This right here is rappers who destroyed their careers with one mistake. And I ain't gonna need that lie. Some people ain't even destroy their career yet. They just
They did a little something.
They did something that a lot of people would want to do, but a lot of people ain't got the guts to do it.
Was extremely hard to obtain, yet very easy to destroy. One mistake, one bad album, one tweet could start a ripple effect that leads a rapper to fade into irrelevance. Today we are going to look at the stories of rappers whose careers dwindled for reasons they likely could have prevented, starting with superstar Pride, a rapper who had the fastest and most ironic rise and fall of all time. Many of you heard Superstar Pride briefly in 2023 when his song Painting Pictures went viral. However, it wasn't necessarily viral for the song, but rather his obscure mullet-style haircut. The crazy part about this track is that...
Both. The song getting a haircut. Because some people ain't even seen the haircut, but they heard that, Mom, don't worry, you raised the gang. So, hey, you gotta say both, my boy.
Yeah.
I get where you coming from,
It's just the fact with their hair, you know, you had so many folks redoing on videos where they was acting like they were rapping a song, then they all put their little random stuff on
That's why I say, I get where you coming from now. I do get where you coming from. But that song is hard. That song tough.
Viral for the song, but rather his obscure mullet-style haircut. The crazy part about this track is that it was originally uploaded in 2020 and went unnoticed.
Mama, don't worry, you raised it.
Then 2 years later, when he uploaded the live mic performance video to Painting Pictures, it also fell on deaf ears. It wasn't until 5 months after the music video dropped, February of 2023, that Pride casually created a TikTok post.
Everybody about to eat that
You hear
motherfucker.
me? He let y'all know he's serious. Hey, Mom, you hear me? Don't worry about it.
Music video dropped February of 2023 that Pride casually created a TikTok, posted the music video snippet, and it blew up. The first clip he posted got 10 million views. The second one did over 40 million views. Bro got the Sonic haircut. Bro looked like he got screamed at. Bro's haircut was 50% off. Nobody was talking about the song, just his hair. Then a viral trend emerged of people imitating his video with something ridiculous taped to the back of their head, which could not be outdone when someone managed to get an entire airplane strapped to their head. The opening line, Mama Don't Worry, was also getting stuck in people's heads, which led to the song amassing 160 million streams on Spotify.
And see, that's all I was saying. Like, don't get me wrong, of course we know the hair was for sure.
But that Mama Don't Worry.
But that Mama Don't Worry was something.
Because I'm just being real, like back to what you said, a lot of people, they probably ain't even heard the whole song. They gonna say that Mama Don't Worry.
And see what the only reason I said this is because, of course, we know all the memes and stuff made it really, really go up. But I seen people on TikTok actually like
bumping
have his, like, you know how like they had a name in the song with it playing? I'm like, they ain't really bumping this? Like, I've never just bumped the song, but I'm like, they ain't really bumping this song? Hey,
Mama Don't Worry.
them 2 minutes
8 million on YouTube. Painting Pictures shot up to number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100, and every major label got into a bidding war trying to sign him. But he sided with Steve Stout and his independent structured music label, United Masters.
And he wanted like $5 million from the label. And when they didn't give him $5 million, they were offering him $3 million. He's like, if it ain't 5, I'm not signing it. I'm like, what?
Pride let his ego get the best of him, refusing $3 million for wanting $5 million. 3 weeks after refusing the record deal, he was arrested for murder.
A Mississippi rapper is charged with murder in Panola County. 20-year-old Kadarius Pride, known as Superstar Pride.
The victim, Marcus Wheatley, was Pride's barber, likely responsible for his signature hairstyle. Wheatley's grandmother said Pride stormed into their house and gunned him down in the backyard. Currently, Pride is being held without bond and doesn't have a trial set. Nobody knows what happened or why it happened. But a rapper going viral for his ridiculous haircut...
I sure was going to ask you, like, have you ever heard the backstory behind it, or did you ever... Because, I mean...
But see, my thing is, which I'm being real, it ain't no reason why nobody should do that at all. I'm just being one. But I'm saying, what possessed him to go inside? Why his grandma was there? Why the barber grandma was there? So you in the main crib, why his grandma was there and gunned that man down? I'm trying to see what it... We gotta know the backstory. It gotta be something.
It's like,
something
nobody
crazy.
know.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. It's wicked. This
viral set. Nobody knows what happened or why it happened, but a rapper going viral for his ridiculous haircut in February, then allegedly murdering his barber a few months later after denying $3 million is the most insane self-sabotage I have ever seen. And if you thought Pride's story was a poetically ironic form of self-sabotage, meet Chance the Rapper, who once famously said, "I met Kanye."
I'm so like, bro, I don't know how he fell off or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how. What happened, bro?
Let's see.
Damn, they could do before.
Ironic form of self-sabotage, meet Chance the Rapper, who once famously said, "I met Kanye West, I am never going to fail," but still managed to fail. Chance the Rapper's 20...
Making a change is never easy, but having Zen shipped directly to your door definitely makes it more convenient.
Chance the Rapper's 2013 mixtape Acid Rap was universally praised by hip-hop fans. His raspy voice and sprinkle of soul combined with his youthful, positive energy made this project a masterpiece. Tracks like Cocoa Butter Kisses and Favorite Song have aged like fine wine. But Chance was in no rush to capitalize on his buzz. He worked on his next mixtape for 3 years. He had the whole city of Chicago rooting for him and garnered support from the biggest artists in the world, including Kanye West, who featured Chance on his 2016 album, The Life of Pablo. Chance's part on Ultralight Beam is one of the biggest highlights of the project. Coloring Book was his 2016 mixtape that served as the perfect follow-up to Acid Rap. Chance's cadence, soulful lyrics, and euphoric beat selection was unlike anyone else in hip-hop at the time, especially on tracks No Problem and All We Got. He earned a Grammy for Best New Artist, and some people even believed he could give Drake a run for his money, but then he blew it. And I'm gonna blow you away when you hear about today's sponsor. Lately I've been obsessed with fantasy sports, and that's where today's sponsor comes in, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the easiest way to play fantasy sports, but not just football. You can make picks on baseball, basketball, hockey, UFC, and more. Just pick whether you think your favorite player's stats will be higher or $100. It makes the NFL even more interesting for me, so rep your team and make your picks with Underdog. Starting with a track called Groceries, a corny TikTok song that was heavily marketed on Triller to capitalize on the "Whoa" dance craze. The song went viral, but when fans criticized it on Twitter, his responses would put a nasty stain on his reputation. People have different tastes and that's fine, but the way you're talking to fans who have been with you since 10 days is disappointing, and that ego reflects on the quality of your newest music. Eat it. You are a spoiled child who thinks artists are making music for you. I never intended for you to find or like anything I made. If I knew you existed, I would have tried my hardest to keep you from being able to enjoy it. Now go eat it again. And Chance over and over again told the fan to eat it. This interaction was a far cry from the positive and wholesome Chance the Rapper fans loved. Then he dropped his debut album, The Big Day, on July 26, 2019. The Big Day was a reference to his wedding day, which he was planning during the creation of this album. Chance mentions his wife and family over 20 times on the record, which became a huge meme. And while his intentions were pure, the album simply was not good.
I am genuinely feeling like a strong 0 on this record.
Fans hated the project as well, and were quick to let him know. On Twitter, Chance would block anyone who poked fun at him or said anything negative about the album. With the influx of hate, he responded with extreme measures. I'm getting this crazy feeling that people want me to end it. These desperate tweets combined with his lazy album would lead to him canceling his 32-city arena tour, saying that he was instead going to focus on spending time with his family, which again sounds understandable, but it was a lie. The tour was actually canceled due to, quote, historically low ticket sales. According to his now ex-manager Pat Corcoran, Chance fired his manager, then blamed him for fan disappointment in The Big Day and underwhelming fan support for its associated tour. Corcoran would go on to file a lawsuit in November of 2020 against Chance the Rapper for breach of contract, stating that he is owed over $2.5 million in reimbursed expenses for supporting and promoting Chance's career.
Okay. Let me. I'm trying to figure something out.
How you feeling? How you coming?
So how did he fall off? What? Like, I'm still not understanding though.
To me, it looked like
Because this is my thing.
Well, go ahead. What you gonna say?
My thing is the response he giving to his fans is uncalled for. I'm just being one.
Mm-hmm.
To respond to somebody like that, because that's just me. If I was a fan,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, fuck this nigga.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with you no more. But it's like, first off, what did they say to him first?
Mm-hmm.
For him to say that, which, okay, because let's be real. Okay, let's say, I'm not finna pick no rapper. We just gonna use the hottest rappers right now.
Mm-hmm.
if they critique their music in any type of way, they'll be like, nigga, fuck you, nigga, I don't need you, I don't need you.
And I don't even, I feel like they probably saying this how it started, or, you know what I'm saying, this was probably like the start of it, and then they show, you know, him doing other stuff behind it. Because like you said, they right there, it's like, I mean,
a lot of rappers,
a lot of rappers do that. You know, I'm just being real. We ain't gonna say no names, but we know a lot of rappers that do that. But what I think it is, it's the type of rapper he was. Because, I mean, you got certain rappers,
you expect
that's their image.
type, yeah.
So when they do it, it's like, yeah, they want something about stand on it, tell him to eat it again. But him, he wasn't like that. So by him doing it, people like, oh, Chance the Rapper told him to eat it. You know, I'm just being real. That's really why they took it to the extreme. Then he kept doing it and kept doing it. So now people like, what kind of person is he really? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why they took it to the extreme. And then not only that, but fast forward, especially if he was to do something like this now, they really would drag him, because he blocked everybody that said something about him. For you to take the time out to say block, 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 and you like a famous artist, that's crazy. Cause I'm just being real. Let's keep it 100. Even though we might not look at it like that, if he was to do that right now, let's just say he's still popping, and he was to do that right now, man, them folks finna drag him for that. Them folks, he acting sassy. He doing this. He blocking folks. He doing this. He doing that. Bro, them folks finna drag him for that. And not only that, but you came out with the album, and this is how I feel about that. I have never listened to the album. I don't know what it sounds like. But the fact that he did all that before this album dropped, let's keep it real. People already gonna have a bad taste in their mouth as is. So they gonna like, man, let me listen to this album. Man, trash. Automatically trash. Now, like I said, I didn't listen to it. I don't know what it sounds like. But I know that had something to do with it. And it probably wasn't as good as his other albums and all that, but for everybody, I'm gonna give this a 0. That's crazy.
And see, that's what made me say what actually made him fall off. Because it's still nothing that specifically that'll make somebody say, yeah, he deserved to fall. Now, the eating the dick part, now, if that's why they want to say that, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can understand that part right there, because it's like you portraying yourself to be this nice guy, this type of guy, and when you get critiqued about your music, you know what I'm saying? Which it depends on how they came at you, you know what I'm saying? But when you get critiqued about your music and stuff like that, and then you come at your fans, that like how they said, you know, I've been a fan for you for a long time, but this, then, the third. Now, if you tell them to eat a dick, that's crazy. Now, if somebody came and was on stuff like, bro, you wake his head, why'd you making music? Then if you said eat a dick, that's different. But my thing is, with the blocking situation, his all this stuff, that still like, it doesn't make sense.
Because to me personally, like what he was saying, like on this album, it was called The Big Day, and it was based around his wedding, and they say on every song he talked about his wife and kids. But I'm like,
if that's what it was based around,
that's what it was based around.
You see what I'm saying?
So it's like,
because like you said though, bro,
it depends on who it is, dog.
It ain't even that. This, like you said, what it is they already was not liking it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They already
they just tried to pick something.
Cause I'm just being real, bro. Let's be all the way 100. It's plenty of rappers right now that'll make an album, or they'll just drop a tape, whatever you want to call it. And it ain't based around nothing. But they still gonna say some of the same things in every song. Ain't nobody finna say that though. They gonna say that jump was hard. So, from what I'm getting from this, I feel like from what he had did before he dropped that album, put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yeah,
they just ran
that's what they ran with.
And they just ran with it.
And see, that's my thing. Like, I can see now that's what made you fall out, but I'm just trying to see what specifically, because I'm being real. Everybody know why everybody fell out. Yeah. Like, we can all point out why everybody fell out. But if you ask somebody right now, and then, how did Chance Brown fall out?
And then, not only that, it was the album, but you put out, I'm gonna cancel my tour. You making it seem like I'm canceling it because I ain't messing with y'all. But come to find out, you was gonna get canceled anyway because your ticket sales was low.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's what everybody do.
But I feel like what the fall off, like the real deal fall off is, which I don't know what they gonna say after this, but it probably was on some stuff like you didn't even try to make a comeback. You get what I'm saying?
And see, now that right there is what can make me say, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
It's like you just like forget it.
But like my thing is, and the only reason I never bump Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I don't bump him. He's not nobody I've ever listened to him. But damn,
He got accolades.
But my thing is, I've never ever nobody never knew why he fell off.
Because
like dead ass.
It's like he just fell off the face of the earth. I never knew what had
And by
happened.
looking at
It
this,
was-
it's like you still don't know why.
Because it was like one thing. It was a while ago that I had seen on him, and I was looking at it. I was like, dang, like what they talking about? But I never got too deep into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But man, it's
And that's
because
why-
he had a run. Like he
had a crazy
like
run.
he had a
He
run.
had
He
a
was
crazy
making
run.
music. Like he won a Grammy. He was on a couple of shows. Like he was actually, you know what I'm saying, doing things. But then it's like you was like, dang, I wonder what would happen to Chance the Rapper. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, and that's why I say, bro, like, I understand that people say that he fell off because he was an a-hole and he was portraying his good image, but he really
And I
wasn't a
don't
good
even feel
person.
like this, yeah.
I'm a black, cause that's all they explaining.
Yup.
Because there's
But
nothing
see-
that they explain
but
in this
see-
bitch.
and see, like, for me, it's just for me. I don't know what everybody else think, but for me, at the end of the day, people are human. And, like, even if you put this image out, like, you a good guy and did this and that,
Cause like you just
I mean,
said,
you-
like you said,
that
you
don't
expect
mean-
a rapper that want to be
Yeah.
hard to say this. But if this is why he fell off, because
Mm-hmm.
he was telling people to eat it, I see where they coming from.
Yeah.
Simply because if I really like an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like, which I'm not finna do this regardless,
Yeah, I feel
but I feel like they doing something messed up, or they acting a certain way, or they changing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people like, bro, you changed and you da. And some people gonna take that to heart. They gonna say stuff like eat it, do all this, but
yeah, because see, I ain't gonna lie, it's different from when you're famous and when you're just a regular dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're famous, however you come out, people are just gonna think this it. But let's be real, we're all human.
Yeah.
Some days we're gonna be this way, some days we're gonna be this way. That don't mean that you change. That don't
And
mean
see,
that you're a different person.
That's
You
why
know
I
what I'm
hate
saying?
when people think, because if you famous, you gotta be a different human than this person to that
He could
person.
have been just having a bad day today. I don't know. He could have been dealing with something. I don't know what it was. I ain't defending it. But what I'm saying is, it's crazy how you think this person is like this 100% of the time, every day, all day, because you're not like that. You get what I'm saying?
And then, because I don't think he like beat his wife or he
Because let's be real. It's some artists that go out here and say the craziest stuff, disrespect people. We done seen it 100 billion different times.
Yeah.
And people in the comments will be like, man, he going through a lot right now. Or, y'all don't know what he da-da-da. And I'm just being real, dude. They'll defend him more than the other person.
Mm-hmm.
But in this situation, it's like, Chance the Rapper, you told him to eat it. You get what I'm saying?
You blocked a couple people.
You blocked a couple people, but if somebody else was to do that, or another artist was to do that, I feel where he coming from. You gotta understand, he gotta have peace of mind, so he blocked him.
That's why that's literally why I'm saying what happened.
Man, I just feel I'm gonna be
Because
all the way 100.
Nobody knows.
I ain't gonna even say it's a blackball type of thing, but what I really feel like it is it started with that. It probably was some more stuff going on behind
Behind
closed
closed
doors.
doors or something.
Then with the ticket sales being low,
Because
you know what
a
I'm saying?
fall off like this for not having a
That's major.
valid
That's
reason.
major. It's almost like
It's like somebody behind closed doors.
it's
saying,
almost
bro,
like
you
we want him to get out the scene.
yeah.
So what can we do to make him get out the scene? And then when the smallest thing happened, they're like, boom, bingo, we're gonna go
Like,
with
it's
it.
like somebody behind closed doors said, bro, we gotta get him out of here.
We gotta get him out of
Because
here.
he whatever he don't want to do, he not. Because I'm just being real, like I said. Even watching this, nobody can tell me a specific legit
Like if you
reason.
like if you were to say, why did Todd crazy? Why did Chance the Rapper fall off? Oh, he told somebody to. If you ask somebody, what made him fall off? Oh, his album was trash. Okay, well, why did Chance the Rapper fall off? It's because he was blocking folk. So I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like everything that he's saying, every rapper did, and half of them are still. Let's be real. What rapper we know right now that just dropped the most? That's it. Album every time.
Man, nobody
We know
did
rappers
that.
that done dropped the trash album so trash, bro. We was like, damn, they dropped that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just being real. That's the same thing with
In
people are going
all
to make
honesty-
mistakes, bro.
In all honesty, with this one, I feel like you can look at it 50-50 or however you want to look at it. This right here, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a fall off. It probably was more so like I'm done type shit. Like, don't get me wrong. You ain't do good on your album, and you know they canceled the tour on you and all that type of stuff. I feel like he probably like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
bro.
and I'm being real. And like we said, it all happened because they just wasn't messing with him no more.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, I'm being real, like you said, some people probably heard that jump and was like, hey, this really decent, bro.
Cause let's be
But everybody ain't don't mess with him, so I'm done. I ain't
Cause
rocking.
let's be 100, and then we're gonna get back to the video. But that's just like right now. with like the Rod Wave situation with what he was going with Lil Boosie and all this stuff. And then he had made like a tweet or something like basically he said he done making music or whatever. If he really was to do that, somebody's gonna say he fell off.
Yeah.
But no, that's not a fall off. They're just like, I'm done.
I'm
type shit.
done. Like, bro, I'm being real, bro. Like the Soul Illuminati and DDG situation. It's like, bro, no, you didn't make him fall off. Which I think DDG came back and said, yeah, he did his fault. He just stopped doing YouTube, bro. He stopped.
To me, a fall off is when
You're trying, but it's just not
it's
working.
just not working no more. Yeah,
That's literally a fall off.
But you're giving it your all.
When you're giving it your
Yeah.
all, you putting out, you trying your best to put out masterpieces, you doing this, that, and the third, but it's not working no more, bro. Like, I'm being 100, bro. And I'm just being real. Even though he didn't drop other like music and stuff like that, that's the same thing with Roddy Ricch. I feel like bro was just he was taking so long to put out music. He was like, I ain't putting out no music till I really feel like it did that and the third. And people slowly, because that's with anything. If you do YouTube, TV shows, you
gotta put something out. You
You
gotta
can
put
have the
something
best TV show right now. If you wait 6 years to drop another episode of
Man,
season,
it's so many other TV shows that done came out. They ain't even worried about
man,
that.
let's be
no more.
real, bro. I'm just being 100. I haven't watched it at all. I don't know what's really going on. I'm just being real. But what the John is? What the fuck it is? I forgot the name of it. But it's basically a TV show. But I'm just being real. If you take too long to do anything, it's always somebody else up next door waiting. That's like, what is it? If we were to stop dropping, as much as we know y'all really mess with us and stuff like that, if we were to stop dropping, knock on wood, pray don't ever happen, for like 4 months straight, 5 months straight, a lot of people gonna forget about us.
By the time you come back, it's over with.
It's over with. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said, bro, don't get
The
me wrong.
only people that can do that, bro, is people that's so, and listen to me, so solidified to where no matter how long they go, when they come back, they still gonna get the same
and
amount.
let's be real. Them type of people right there have something in what they doing that keep them like that. For instance, Drake, he had a song that no matter how long he stopped making music, them songs is gonna get played. I'm just being real. Like, them songs right there gonna get played. Let's just say Kai for example. No matter how, like, if he go a month or two without uploading stuff, he got so much stuff that's iconic that he didn't put out that when he come back, folk be like, yeah, Kai,
About time,
yeah,
yeah.
Kai. You see what I'm saying? But like, man, with this Chance the Rapper stuff, bro, y'all I need somebody that actually was actually a fan of him, like an actual fan.
Yeah.
Give us y'all explanation on why y'all think he fell off. Because this right here, I understand what he's trying to say and trying to do, but he even don't really know. That's why he's picking so many different things. Like with the Superstar dude, he picked one thing and he focused on that one topic. This right here, he going to this topic and grabbing this and grabbing that.
But then when you look at the title, it said destroy career. So, I mean, did he destroy his career? You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's what I'm saying.
But then
like,
it said with one mistake too.
That's what
So
I'm saying.
it's kind of like,
That's why I say he's picking different things.
Yeah.
Like this, because I guarantee you, everybody else that he's probably going to talk about, he's going to pick one specific thing, but he's going to go around that one specific thing. Like, he might say this person fell out because he hit a girl and he went to jail and then he had to do this time, but it all go around from him and that girl. But this right here is nothing specific that he's pointing out, that he's highlighting, where it's like, boom, this one thing is what caused all these things. Now, like I said, if it was the tweets about the eat a dick, hey, I don't know Chance the Rapper. I don't know nothing about him. So if it's something that really deal with like a shocking thing and really messed y'all up, hey, so be it. But I don't know, bro. We finna take on play this bit.
An additional $3 million for unpaid commissions, and 15% of Chance's net profit across all business earnings. The lawsuit also revealed that Chance started working on his album in February of 2019, which was only 5 months before it was released. His manager knew there was not enough time for the creative process that was involved in releasing an album. Chance's recording efforts were compromised by unproductive and undisciplined studio sessions, procrastination, and lackadaisical effort, which explains why there are terrible lyrics throughout this record. If you blink it, you might miss it. You gotta click it or tick it. Life is short as a midget, but mine's a little LeBron. And how could we forget?
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly with a peanut butter jelly. Y'all ain't ready for the jelly, it'll break y'all back.
Chance let his own ego.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I guarantee you, and I'm not trying to ride.
no, I already know what you're finna say.
Y'all would have bumped this if he was dropped it with them other
Because I'm just being
albums.
real. The type of rapper Chance, the type of rapper he was on this type of stuff, bro. I ain't saying he, like, all his songs were on some peanut butter jelly, But I'm just being real. The type of rapper he was, bro, he had I ain't gonna even say weird because I don't like using that word. Different type of style. You know what I'm saying? The type of style he had, wasn't nobody doing, bro. Literally, nobody. Cause I'm gonna be real. The first junk he came out with that acid rap, I didn't know who Chance the Rapper was. So I'm the type of person like when I see somebody new, I'm like, let me see what they talking about. I listen to it, and it wasn't bad. But there's nothing that people just go on, like, I say most people, gonna be like, yeah, it was a genius. Yeah, not to me. But I can't say that,
and that's my thing, like I said, like I just told you, that shit is terrible.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I feel where they coming from.
You know what I'm saying? That white there is literally terrible.
Yeah, I feel where they coming from.
But it's like,
yeah,
we done heard people that's supposed
let's
to
keep
be
it 100 now.
You know what I'm thinking.
Like, yo, we done had plenty of rappers that
they're supposed to be top tier that drop something like
came out with something like this, and y'all favorite thing to say is, I mean, he just trying to switch it up a little bit. It's gonna take me a little time to get used to it. But I'm gonna mess with it.
I like this one though, because he different with this one. I like this. That's
it's just like you always say, it's like, why is it that when some people do something, it's just like, but then when some people do something, it's just like, I'm gonna just find any excuse I can to give him a pass. Yeah, to give him a pass. Nah, that's wild. That was crazy though. Yeah, I just want to let y'all know that was crazy.
And like I said, bro, we're not Chance the Rapper's fans. And I think that's why we can really say what we saying, because we not coming from a fan aspect, and we not coming from a hater aspect, and we literally in the middle just trying to see what happened.
We trying to figure it out. Like peanut butter
with a baseball bat is crazy.
It's a midget, but mine's a little.
Peanut butter jelly, y'all ain't ready for the jelly, it'll break your back.
Chance let his own ego squander his career. He couldn't just admit that he made his fans wait 3 years for a bad album that was rushed out in 5 months, and the way he responded to them on Twitter was just childish. From here, all his hype died. On the other hand, if he stepped out of the limelight to genuinely focus on his family, that's respectable. Maybe that's something we should celebrate rather than see as a downfall. But Chance wasn't the only rapper whose Twitter fingers started their...
That's why I said, bro, don't even know.
He like, I mean,
bro just said,
he based on some stuff. I mean,
like us.
He
bro probably just stepped out and just said,
I mean, fuck it. I feel like this is really what it was. He probably got so mad to the point he said, "My finna hit these folks that peanut butter jelly."
And get my ass up out here.
Yeah, because I'm just being real to make your fans wait 3 years, and you did the months in you did the album in 5 months, and you said peanut butter jelly. He ain't getting no for food. Yeah, he back. I'm just being real.
He the baseball bat on that moment. I ain't gonna lie. His kids look just like him. Yeah, that's wild.
That might ain't correct.
Celebrate rather than see as a downfall. But Chance wasn't the only rapper whose Twitter fingers started their downfall. In the case of OG Maco, he pretty much forced everyone to hate him because of his tweets. In 2014, OG Maco had a ton of momentum after his song You Guessed It went viral online. This track was unlike anything we had ever heard at the time. Before mumble rap took over, we had OG Maco screaming insane ad-libs over the most simplistic, hard-hitting trap beat. He had a darker, more rock-like aesthetic and even called himself not a rapper, but a rock star. The song reached number 90 on the Billboard Hot 100, and he could even be credited with inspiring many rappers after him. It definitely inspired Keith Ape, who just released a track called Itji Ma that sounded suspiciously similar. Just listen to them at the same time.
We ain't trying to get copyrighted again.
OG Maco tweeted, "I'm aware of the Koreans that mocked me and took my sauce. I'm not impressed. I'm not inspired. I think it's kinda lame. To each his own." Maco even accused Beyonce of stealing from him in her 7-Eleven music video. If you look at them side by side, he may have a point, but Maco was developing a reputation of a bitter, egotistical rapper who complains on the internet. He randomly took shots at his collaborators and label mates, the Migos. Maco felt the need to tell everyone that Skippa da Flippa invented the dab dance that the Migos were using in the song Pipe It Up, to which the Migos replied, "The Flippa man is Migo family. OG Maco, let's see you set a trend." Then Maco said, "Half half the rap game has already bit one of my flows or ad-libs. Let me see them album sales. Meanwhile, OG Maco has never had a gold album, let alone the dozens of platinum records the Migos have. Then he went after Lil Uzi when XXL tweeted, Lil Uzi is rap's newest rock star. He tweeted, dudes don't just become rock stars. Somebody gotta show you the way. Stop playing with my name. With a picture of Uzi at an OG Maco show on stage behind him. Then Academic said, you paved the way for Uzi? Then Maco replied with dozens of tweets over the next hour trying to explain why he is so influential and Uzi was stealing his sauce. He also randomly took shots at Future. I love Future, but I also understand Future has destroyed countless lives by making it cool to be a drug addict. People looking up to loser attitudes because this generation is afraid to strive for anything. It's y'all's fault all this lame ass shit is possible. Again, he may have a point here, but fans replied to Maco calling him a hypocrite since he raps about the same stuff. But Maco claimed he was dumbing down his music to blow up. You guessed it was not luck. It wasn't an accident. I made the dumbest song I possibly could on a beat full of bass and knew it would blow. I manipulated over 40 million minds and counting based on the exact same principles that I'm preaching. Who's more qualified to say this? Now, Maco has always made more conscious, focused music with substantial lyrics.
Like Jason, Michael, Freddie, and Idi Amin. After your syllable war, nigga should have been prepped before.
But a lot of his music was just mediocre, boring trap.
Get the cash, get the cash. Get the bag, get the bag. Ay, get the cash, get the cash.
Also,
Damn, it's crazy.
This is wild.
I ain't gonna lie. This messing me up bad, fool. That's crazy, cause I mean,
The influential part,
Yeah.
you gotta get your ass on.
yeah, but
you ain't influenced
nah. But I feel where you coming from.
The influential part.
Nah,
That's the only part that I be losing it with people.
Cause I'm being real. I couldn't name none other than you gifted.
And see, this my thing. You probably, OG Maco, you probably influenced some people, which I'm not, cause I don't know, bro, to say he hasn't.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it's certain names that be blowing me though.
I don't like when people think that every time somebody come out, you want some stuff like, if it weren't for me, it wouldn't be this person, or you bit off me. Cause I'm just being real. The way rap is now, you got so many people that sound the same. You got so many people that got the same flow, do the same type of ad-libs. They might mumble, they might sing a little bit, they might do like harmony. It's always gonna be something. So my thing is, it's like, do you really think you was the first person to scream? Cause you wasn't the first person to scream, bro. On no
Then
record.
they be like, bro,
I'm just being 100.
even if you was, bro, you could have somebody that never knew.
Yeah.
The world is that big. Like, I'm being real. Somebody literally right now can be two black dudes around our age in their living room, recording videos and recording the exact video and react just like us. And can blow a year before us or a couple months before us, then fall off and we blow after them and we keep going and say we stole their flow or stole what they doing. It's like, bro, I'm being real, bro. Did some people probably steal your sauce, OG Maco? Yo, bro, they probably did. I'm not down there.
I mean, I'm just being real. You probably dropped something, they said, man, let me try this.
Yeah,
I'm just being 100.
but the way it is, it's like, bro, you make it seem like damn near everybody
They
stole
might say
your shit.
Migo, it might say, ooh,
I'm
I mean,
gonna
he
be
talking
real
about
with you, bro.
everybody. Then they might say, let's look at the album sales, like you just dropping crazy albums and you wouldn't platinum
Bro,
all that, like that's
I'm being
wild.
real. When they had the picture, bro, and said OG Maco, I didn't know who they were talking about today. Today said you
Nah,
guessed
I
it.
didn't know who he was off the picture because I really forgot about bro, but I knew him by name. I was like, damn, I forgot about
You know what I'm
him.
saying? Like, I ain't even know the name.
That just goes to show you
I've
how
never
easy
even
it
bumped
is.
nigga song. Only part I used to hear was you guessing. I used to always hear him at pep rallies and stuff like that.
But
I
it's
ain't
like
never-
trying to somewhere you trying to get you
Yeah, I ain't
right.
never heard nobody in the whip jet. But my thing is, with all that aside, bro, because you still got the views and all that. But I'm just saying though, bro, like, I think it's a thing of where people get ahead of themselves.
And that's how I feel, because I'm just being real. That's with anything. And it's mostly with music, but it's with other stuff too. But that's why I said it should be blowing me, like, because I don't like when they do it, and I don't like when other fans do it. And what I mean by that is, it's like,
you buying what you call.
you bang da, or you like, bro. Or they'll say, I don't like this person, but I like this person when they do the same thing.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
I don't be getting it, bro.
I don't
Now if it's somewhere it's obvious, like, bro, duh.
Like, yeah.
Like Jordan and Kobe, like, it's like, bro,
And they'll tell you, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I watched him. I not, you know.
Duh,
Yeah,
but come on, dog.
It's pretty crazy.
If he claims to be such a genius, why wasn't he able to do it again? During his brief moment of popularity, Mako consistently released music on SoundCloud, but nothing sounded anywhere near as innovative, fun, or interesting as you guessed it. His downfall was easily due to dissing rappers for absolutely no reason, non-stop complaining on Twitter, and trying so hard to take credit for the success of anyone else. Was he an innovator? Absolutely. But he spent too much time talking about how influential he was on Twitter, rather than trying to create a legacy to maintain his career. But what happens when the reason a rapper blows up is the same exact reason why they had a downfall? On July 26, 2016, just a few weeks after his 16th birthday, SoundCloud rapper Tay-K and 5 others conspired to rob a 17-year-old drug dealer, Zachary Belote. The crew broke into the house around 10.
Mobile games are going big.
I like these
Play the
kids.
official PC version
That's
of
what we like to see. I ain't gonna lie to you.
To the house around 10 p.m., and the robbery went wrong, which led to the drug dealer's friend and roommate, Ethan Walker, being fatally shot. Tay-K admitted during the police interrogation that he was not the shooter, but was there looking for drugs and money. He had been released from custody pending the trial and was placed on house arrest with an ankle monitor. For the next 7 months, Tay-K sat in his room, making music, releasing it on SoundCloud, and built up a following. With no money for a lawyer and quickly approaching the hearing for the murder, Tay-K infamously tweeted that he was tired of house arrest and the police were going to have to hunt him down. While on the run from the police, Tay-K was very active on social media. Fans posted pictures and videos of him in public. But Tay-K and his friends were desperate for money. He robbed a 65-year-old man named Skip Pepe at gunpoint in Arlington's Craven Park. He then attempted to rob a cameraman named Mark Anthony Saldivar in a Chick-fil-A parking lot. Mark began screaming for help as he tried to escape. Then Tay-K hit him with the car before getting out, fatally shooting him and driving off. San Antonio police connected Tay-K to the murder due to surveillance footage and posted wanted signs around the city. Tay-K saw this as a marketing opportunity, posting pictures and videos with the wanted sign. He then dropped a song called The Race on SoundCloud, which essentially told the story of him being a fugitive.
I'm gonna be one to you, bro. And it's real talk, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It is so messed up how society is, bro. And I'm not talking about Tay-K. This has nothing to do with Tay-K. But it is so crazy, bro, how most people, or your average thinking person that's trying to get big in life, always resort to let me do something so crazy to the point, or let me do something negative that's gonna catch their attention.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm not just talking about Tay-K specific, I'm talking about everybody, nobody think YouTubers, rappers, singers, actors, anything they trying to do. You will go back and probably listen to old songs, but this better than The Race. Or this better than this song.
But you know why that song specifically.
But you know why that song really took
Yeah,
off.
took off.
It be so messed up because I'm gonna be real. We even say this all the time. How it be people in the hood where they can hoop. They really can hoop. Don't talk about they. But it's like they feel like they brother, man. They ain't paying me no attention. But when you go out there and start slanging that gun, slanging that iPhone, like, boy, that boy's a hoop.
Yep.
You ain't even have coaches at school like, I heard that boy can hoop.
What you mean?
What the fuck? What, like, so that's why I say it be so crazy, bro. And that's why I feel like these YouTubers, some YouTubers go out here and do certain things. We be like, bro, why do they do that, bro? Like, why do y'all think that? It's because that's what the people like to see. That's why I said, bro, I feel like certain YouTubers, certain rappers, certain actors won't ever be as big because they're not willing to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just being like, bro, like, and I'm being real. The song was fire. I was bumping the song too. But it's like, it's so crazy how it had to take bro to do something like this for y'all to actually like
really be on the race.
and actually pay that man some attention, bro. Like and he young, bro. Like, I don't know, bro.
Dude.
That shit be so fun. I don't know, bro.
Then dropped a song called The Race on SoundCloud, which essentially told the story of him being a fugitive, robbing and killing people while on the run from the police. After filming and releasing the music video to The Race, TK was captured by U.S. Marshals in Elizabeth, New Jersey. The shockingly true story led to the 17-year-old exploding in virality. The race secured hundreds of millions of views on YouTube, reached number 44 on the Billboard Hot 100, and hashtag FreeTK became a movement supported by some of the biggest rappers in the game. He even signed a $700,000 record deal, but none of it mattered because he was behind bars. And in 2019, he was given a 55-year sentence after being found guilty of murder and 3 counts of aggravated robbery. Obviously, TK's downfall could have been prevented if he simply did not commit these heinous acts. But as bad as it sounds, none of us would even know about him if he didn't actually rob and murder people.
And that's all I'm saying. And this is, like I said, no, not towards these rappers and these other people,
Bro, fast is fast, bro.
Come on, bro, let's be real. Man, Free KT, man, we out the way. You got rappers saying, like, bro, look, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't be understanding how we real deal
You got to
be.
your point.
Like, real talk. I just don't get it, bro. It's crazy how growing up, we wanted to be hoopers or we wanted to be on Disney Channel. We wanted to. You got folks growing up that real deal want to, like, yeah, and rap about it. Like, I don't be understanding it, bro.
Like, real deal, man. I heard
And most of y'all don't even ain't even got hard to do this type of stuff.
But they gonna do it. Just
Gotta
'cause.
do it. Like, don't get me wrong. The years and TK got and all that. If he committed those crimes, hey, that's what. Hey, you did your crime. You gotta do your time. I'm not bagging. I'm not having sympathy for what he did. I'm just simply saying, like, it's so crazy how our young youth will really did destroy their lives because you have people they age and older people that real deal. They love stuff like this, bro. It's so wild to me, dog. And you have grown man that's 40, 50 years old like, man, he really was about that life.
He did the race.
And you had somebody like, nah, he wasn't about that life. He shot with the 4.5. He ain't shooting with the FN. You're like, bro, are you serious?
This is what y'all talking about?
He only shot him 2 times. He ain't shooting
I'm
that
just
time.
being real. When nobody talking about how, like, dang, bro.
Man,
He could have blew.
He could have really.
They was like, bro, he really was doing the race.
He was
like,
doing
for
the race
real.
before.
That's all you kept hearing people say.
He was cracking foes on their ass. I don't know, man. Foes just be, I don't know. That shit be wild, dog.
That boy threw though. Damn.
But as bad as it sounds, none of us would even know about him if he didn't actually rob and murder people, then make songs about it while mocking the police on the run from the law. Rap fans glamorize this type of behavior because the music is, a lot of the time, violent and derogatory. So if you're gonna rap about it, fans want you to be about it.
True.
But the fans won't be the ones sitting in the jail cell. Pooh Shiesty is an example of someone who was heavily rewarded for his violent music. His song Back in Blood, featuring Lil Durk, was essentially a song about killing your enemies. This track would reach number 37 on the Billboard Hot 100 and secured himself as a promising new talent in hip-hop. But at this peak of his new career, he got arrested. Pooh Shiesty and his crew were at the King of Diamonds strip club in Miami, Florida. Allegedly, Shiesty had money taken from him, which led to major commotion in the club. Security acted accordingly and escorted Pooh Shiesty out of the club, but he forced his way back into the club and accidentally fired a handgun at a working security guard. Pooh Shiesty turned himself in on June 8, 2021, and had his hearing the following day, where he would be denied bond. He would later be sentenced to 5 years and 3 months in prison on April 20th, 2022. He could have easily just left the club and let others go handle the money situation, but maybe he felt the need to live up to his Back in Blood lyrics. I got my own fire, don't need security in the club. If you haven't noticed, rappers and shootings seem to be a very common trend that leads to their downfall. Tory Lanez is no different. However,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I see it be sound like they be dig rhyme, they be saying this shit. I ain't D-Ryan, y'all. Real talk. Pooh ain't fall off. If anything, he got bigger. I'm just being one. When he get out, bro, it's
Bro, we real
he
deal.
finna tell the world
we
up.
real deal had an argument in a barbershop about this, bro. And it was like one of the bars was like, man, I'm just saying, when he come home, is he gonna blow?
What?
And we was like, for sure. He was like, I don't know. This mindset, I don't think he just got nothing there, just gonna. I was like,
Bro, I promise you, and this is right hand to
crazy
God.
as a motherfucker.
This is
I'm sorry.
right hand to God. I've never in my life bumped a Pooh Shiesty song.
Mm-hmm.
Ever in my life. I've never looked up a Pooh Shiesty song. I've never heard a Pooh Shiesty song the whole thing through. I guarantee you when he get out, he gonna have the whole world on lock.
On lock.
And it's not because we from the M. I'm just being 100. Like, I'm just being real. Look at all the rappers that had a buzz and then went to jail and didn't go to jail for a super duper long time. Like, they just went to jail for like, get about 4 or 5 years. I'm just being real. Which he was. I'm not saying he on their level at the time that they was. Look at Boosie.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Meek Mill when he first got out. Look at Gucci Mane when he first got out.
I'm just
Bro,
being
like,
real type of buzz that Pooh Shiesty
what?
had before he
Man, that man had the word in a goddamn chokehold.
Is
Man, that man finna get out of it. Bro,
do
man,
the
quit
same
playing.
thing.
Good plan. Yeah, crazy.
Seem to be a very common trend that leads to their downfall. Tory Lanez is no different. However, many people still question if he is actually guilty of being the shooter. In 2020, Tory Lanez was at the peak of his career. His feature on Jack Harlow's What's Poppin' reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 while objectively being the best verse. His album, The New Toronto 3, debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200. He broke the record for the most live viewers in an Instagram Live during his quarantine radio show during the pandemic. However, on July 12, 2020, he was arrested on a felony gun charge while out with Megan Thee Stallion after attending a small party at Kylie Jenner's house. The public was also informed that Megan had cut her foot on broken glass. Then 3 days later, she changed her story to say that she was shot in the foot. Then 1 month later, she said this.
Yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying. Stop lying.
Social media.
This is my comeback. Start yours at purdueglobal.edu.
Show,
Social media immediately took Megan's side. Tory remained silent about the allegations, but responded with lyrics on his album Daystar. How the fuck you get shot in your foot and don't hit no bones or tendons? How the fuck your team is trying to paint me as a whole menace? Delusional, like how that 1942 from Kylie House still got you talking crazy, as well as also rapping about why he hasn't been nearly as vocal as Meg. Think I'm finna talk about an open case for some likes? Tory Lanez was charged with 1 count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 1 count of carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in October of 2020. Although Tory claimed he was being blackballed by the music industry, his career continued to thrive. He released 4 albums independently, which would all garner hundreds of millions of streams. He received praise from LeBron James as well as dozens of other mainstream acts. Fans believed if it wasn't for this case, he would have been toe-to-toe with the biggest rappers in the game. But once we finally got the information from this trial, we would end up with more questions than answers. On July 12, 2020, Tory Lanez, his bodyguard Megan Thee Stallion, and her friend Kelsey Harris were attending a small gathering at Kylie Jenner's house. Megan testified that she lied to the police about the glass, lied to doctors, and basically lied about the entire situation out of fear. Her new story was pretty simple. She said that they had an argument, she exited the car, Tory leaned out of the passenger side door, said, "Dance."
This why her was so wild to me, bro, because
I wasn't even finna speak on this, and I'm still not even finna just do the most. But this right here, this whole thing, this whole situation just showed 2 things. And it is what it is. Y'all can bash me. I don't care. For one, they gonna always choose a female story over a man's story. Period. Period. I'm just being honest. Because when Meg Thee Stallion came out and said all this stuff, Tory never said nothing. Literally. Everybody in their mama, bro, was, like he said at the beginning, was quick to get on him. Quick. And if you said anything that wasn't like, oh, I believe that he shot her, folks was like, nope, nah, Like, it was crazy. Because I'm just being real. When this situation first happened, I was on some stuff like, bro, we don't know the facts. We don't know all the facts, bro. That just is what it is. We didn't know all the facts. Was I lying? Did we know all the facts?
Nobody did.
So, nobody know all the facts. And then I'm just being real. When certain things happen, you have to look at stuff for what it is. You have to put different clues together and be like, do this make sense? Like, bro, you get shot in the foot, right? And then it's like, bro, you still on tour shaking the hand. You wearing heels, still. You walking up, like everything was so normal. Then she said both feet.
I ain't know that.
Yes. And it was so crazy because I'm like, bro, everybody was on this man talk. They ain't let my boy breathe. Then, like recently, when she came out and I mean all this stuff, like how she said she lied, and then she went on the interview and she lied, and she was just doing a whole bunch of other stuff that people didn't like. That's when folks was like Free Tory and My New Tory didn't do that. Bruh, I'm gonna be real. When people do stuff like that, that piss me off so bad.
But see, I'm gonna be one. I know the people that are doing that are the people that simply didn't want to speak up because if they did, they was gonna get turned down to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm being 100, bro. Which, like you said, I seen way more. It was probably like a 90-20. I mean,
it wasn't no
80-20.
comparison.
But my thing is, I seen people saying they didn't think he do it, they didn't know. Them 20% didn't care to speak on it. The other people that really was thinking it, like females too, didn't want to say
They didn't want to say nothing because they didn't want to get bad.
though. This is my thing though. I be feel like we need to put more in this. I don't know if he did or not. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and say what you gotta say, bro.
But my thing is, we have to look at things for what it is. If she told y'all that it was glass in her foot,
Right.
then came out and said she lied about that, and the truth is that he really shot her. My thing is, if I'm a person, male or female, and it's a serious situation, and I lied and said the situation was this, and it wasn't that, and I came out and said it really was this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that person like
for real though?
So you lied and said it was glass.
Mm-hmm.
Now you saying you got shot.
And now you saying this.
But then the whole thing is, as doctors and police officers, and couldn't none of y'all determine what the fuck happened?
Come on, dog.
You telling me you a whole doctor and you didn't know what happened to her foot. You didn't know if it was a gas from some glass or a hole from a gun.
Right.
But then they said it wasn't a bullet. It was particles from a bullet. It's like, bro.
And see, and that's when and when stuff like that happen, I just can't help but think it just be something way deeper.
Yeah.
Because like you said, let's be real. Why is it that every time something like this happen, the truth, like the real deal truth, don't come out?
It never comes out.
It never comes out until something done happen.
Yeah.
Like my boy behind bars for real.
And we still don't know the truth.
we still don't know the truth.
Which he probably won't come out until he get out of jail.
Man, it's never gonna come out.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, bro, with
and that's with a lot of stuff though, bro.
My thing is with all this, bro, Megan could be telling the absolute truth. She could probably have he probably could have shot the gun and probably particles hit her with glass, or it probably all could be a lie. We never know. That's why personally,
I don't get into stuff like this.
No, I don't choose sides.
Yeah,
I
mean,
it
is what it is.
I don't know.
You know.
The only thing I speak on is what
you
I'm
really
seeing.
know. And my whole thing is, bro, when it come down to stuff like this, you just like you said, you just never know. Cause I'm just being real. You could lie then, you could be lying now. So how do I know what you really lied about? Are you lying now, or did you lie then, or were you telling the truth and said you lied, or were you lying then now you telling the truth? You know what I'm saying?
Because my thing is, bro, I just be wondering. This is all I be wondering. How is it that y'all be catching people this so-called gang bang slang that y'all know exactly who they shot, when they shot them, how they shot them, what type of caliber.
But every time something happens to a celebrity, you just.
But with these celebrities, we don't know what's going on.
Don't nobody know what's going on.
You got all these cameras and all these police officers. Y'all got body cams.
Closed case. All this. We still working on it. Man,
and like I said, this right here is not me saying I believe Tory, I believe Meg, or nothing.
It just
all I'm saying is, bro,
where's the facts? That's just what it is.
We gotta go based off something, bro. We can't go based off this he say, she say, this say, this say.
I believe this and I believe that. And then when somebody asks you, well, why you believe that? You just like, what? She wouldn't lie about no stuff like that. Like, do you know her personally? You get what I'm saying? But it's the same thing. We're like, well, why you feel like she lying? And then somebody be like, because why would he do that? That is not facts. That's not facts. And that's all I need to know facts, bro. I don't care about
really why I'm saying. That's really why we on some we not saying he did. We not saying.
I can't stand it, bro. When stuff come out, when a person real deal just quick to, I'm on this side, I'm on this side. It's like, bro, that's some mental shit to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I'm being cause until this video right here, like this specific video, I've never even brought this shit up around nobody. I don't really care.
And to be honest, when this conversation kept coming up, I really would get pissed off. Cause I'd be like, here we go, cause you already knowing what it's gonna come to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, forget all this. Let's talk about something else, cause this gonna be all day, all day.
Stuff like this right here, bro. I just don't know yet. I don't know.
And shot her from 25 feet away in the back
It might say 25
of the passenger side door, said, "Dance, bitch," and shot her from 25 feet away in the back of the foot. Then Tori ran up to her apologizing, and she got back into the car so they could give her a ride home. The cops arrived when the neighbors reported the gunshots. Tori chose not to testify and defend himself, which he would later regret. Kelsey, Meg's friend, testified that Tori was trying to hook up with Kylie Jenner, and Meg tried to convince him to leave the house. Meg was upset that Tori didn't want to leave, so she got into the car with Kelsey and drove almost all the way home before realizing she forgot her slipper and went back to Kylie's. They grabbed Tori the second time after Kylie allegedly told them to leave. In the car is when Tori admitted that he and Megan had been in a romantic relationship. Kelsey was shocked because Megan was the one who hooked up Tori and Kelsey in the first place. Kelsey also admitted that this was not the first time Meg had backdoored her when it came to men. Now we have a love triangle. And this is how the argument started. But Kelsey pleaded the fifth when it came to speaking about anything regarding the gun or shooting. The government offered her immunity, so she couldn't be charged with any crime even if she admitted to it. She still refused to speak. There was one witness, Sean Kelly, who saw the altercation from his balcony after being awoken by the arguing. Sean said he witnessed Kelsey get out from the back seat, open the front passenger door, and start physically fighting Megan in the front seat. He also said that the muzzle flash from the gun was closest to Kelsey. Much of his testimony was ignored because he couldn't identify the people by name since it was dark. He only said big man, small man, and two women. Nobody admitted to hearing the words dance bitch besides Megan. There was gunshot residue on Kelsey's hands and Tori's hands. Also after this night, Kelsey and Megan stopped being friends after being best friends for 7 years. When Tori was initially jailed, he called Kelsey and apologized multiple times to her. I know she's probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, I was just so drunk. I don't even know what was going on. I'd never do some shit like that. Regardless, that's not gonna make anything right, and that's not gonna make my actions right. But I'm deeply sorry for that. I never even moved like that at all. People speculated Tori was apologizing for sleeping with both of the women and causing chaos. Others see this as an obvious admission of shooting the gun. Some people think it was Kelsey who was angry and shot Megan. Some people think Megan was the one who accidentally shot her own foot. Some people think that Kelsey pleading the fifth was her attempt to try to save both of them. But at the end of the day, the jury decided he was guilty. And because of that, Tori was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Why niggas speak on this shit all that I said, motherfuckers be speaking on it all day, bro. Like,
Nah, they just one of them. They just one of them topics. It's just like, man, look.
You really did just gotta goddamn.
This wild, though.
But yeah, though, bro, like.
This video was.
This video right here was like.
It was entertaining.
This video right here was on some entertaining stuff, bro. Cause like I said, bro, with a lot of these rappers and singers and all this, that, and the third, bro. 9 times out of 10, bro, it's either jail or it's either saying the wrong thing, bro. Like, I'm just being one. That's why most rappers really did fall off and stuff like, fall off and stuff like that. But it be so crazy to me, bro, which it's not a male versus female, race versus race, or nothing like that. But it be so wild to me how, like, it mostly just be dudes that fall off, dog. I've never, ever heard a female fall off. Like, I don't think I've never heard a female fall off. Have I heard a female stop making music? Yeah. But a female fell off because of she did something wrong or because of this, that, and the third, I personally never heard. I don't know. I probably could be wrong.
I'm gonna be real.
I personally never heard a female fall off because she said the wrong thing or she did something to somebody.
And it is just my opinion. I feel like when it comes down to somebody who's real deal in the industry, I mean like real deal, like mainstream, I'm talking about on the radio, popping, I'm talking about like real deal in the industry. I feel like it ain't no such thing as a fall off as far as like, I'll put it to you like this. it's up to them. And I ain't even I'm not talking about the artist, bro. I'm talking about like when you so high up and you in that circle, I feel like it's on some stuff like if they want you to fall off, they gonna let you. But if they don't want you to fall off, they not gonna let you, bro. That's how I honestly feel because at the end of the day, you have so many artists that had did some crazy stuff, but they never ever fell off. Like they still in the spotlight, they still doing what they doing. And then you have some artists, it's just like this one thing happen and it's just like nah, it's cutthroat. Like why is that?
It is true, and that's why I say, have that ever happened to a female?
Like just thinking of something off, like just off the.
And I'm talking about a female that was in the game. I'm not talking about a female
Like
that
really,
just made one song and she never made another song again. I'm talking about a female that made like a 5 album or something, or a couple albums, and then she did something that messed up in the media and she just fell off.
I can't just thinking on it off top, like just thinking off top. Nah, but it'd be wild to me. But I feel like a lot of times, something like people fall off because they just got to move out the way for this artist.
Type, yeah.
And then they might have their run and they might fall off. So this artist can move in. I don't know, it's just wild, bro.
It's wicked, but hey though, this right here, like you said, was a
cool video.
A good little video, bro. But give us y'all thoughts down below. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feel about all this? Cause boy, this boy, I ain't gonna lie, you could do a whole podcast episode on this. But if y'all like the video, give it a thumbs up. If y'all like the rap, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy, them boy crazy.
Yeah.